Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I am reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Wednesday, September the 26th, 2012, and here is today's midday market update. I want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices are trading right now. The Dow Jones is down 8.5 points. The S&P 500 is down 22.72. I'm sorry, the comp is down 22.72. The Russell is down close to 3 points, and the S&P 500 is down a little under 5 points, 4.88. If we take a look at the market here today, we have a lot of stocks selling off today. However, a lot of them are recovering off the lows as we did get a nice bounce off the ES around this 1424 level. We did have support 3 at 1425. All right, in our chat room this morning, which is mywallstreettv.com. To access the chat room, you want to type in the password SMART. Again, that is mywallstreettv.com. Password to log in is SMART. And then you also want to make sure you go to our website, wallstreettrading.com, and check that out. In any case, here we had support 1 is 1432.50. We broke that first. Next support level we had was 1429. And then we had 1425. The low of the day was 1424. So good reference levels that we were working off in the chat room here. Just to give you guys a quick rundown of what took place here on the morning session. Going into the open, we had this nice little downward channel here. We had that nice little downward channel that was setting up. Let me try to fix the chart for you guys. Let me take off the study so you guys can see the pattern a little bit cleaner here. All right, going into the open, we had this nice little downward channel that tried to break out. All right, which you guys can see that right here. Tried to break out right on the open, failed. And, you know, anybody that's in the chat room, they're pretty much familiar with this pattern, as we see a lot of these patterns on an intraday basis. As you guys know, I am Channel Guy Trader, so I do trade a lot of channel analysis. And this was one of the setups we had where we had some, excuse me, let me fix that for you guys there. All right, where we had a little breakout action try to happen for this little downward panel, trying to break the downward trend line, trap maybe some longs in there right on the open, and they dumped it right back down to our next reference level right at the bottom of the channel. All right, and then we had the same pattern that set up for us yesterday, took place again today. All right, now I didn't get a chance to do a midday market update yesterday, but we nailed the market to the short side. I'm going to show you guys why. And it's off the same type of pattern that we nailed this morning at the same time. With the same pattern we nailed this morning to the downside once we broke this little lower band of support here from this reference level from this channel. All right, so you can see here we had this little downward channel. The market sold off all the way down to our support level around 1425, 1424. We rallied back. All right, and then since this was prior support from the channel, we were looking at this as a reference area for resistance. We got some selling pressure coming there, but then they bought it right back up. However, the key trend line that we're still watching is the upper trend line from the original channel that we had. All right, and then if we were to break that trend line, all right, then you want to be watching this reference level. You want to be watching this reference level that's around from connecting this little pivot high that we had from up here to this little inflection high right there. So that's what we're watching for. However, you can see that we are selling back a little bit right now from that upper trend line resistance. If you take a look at the 15-minute chart, which is a chart on the left-hand side, you can see that we did rise up on declining volume, which was much smaller than the volume that we had from the sell side. So therefore, we're at the 20-day moving average right now, and I just told my guys in the chat room to watch it to see if this is a good level to get short, to watch this level as an actionable level against this declining 20 EMA on a week tape that we have had for the past 2 days now. Here, now let me show you guys what we saw yesterday, what we traded yesterday, and which allowed us to capitalize on the Apple short and make 100% profit in those Apple puts here. All right, we had this nice same kind of setup here, nice little downward channel that took place overnight. All right, this is a 5-minute chart, by the way. Nice little downward channel that took place overnight. Try to rally up to the top of the range. We failed. All right, broke the little trend line that we had in there. And then guess what? The same channel line that we had in the morning time yesterday, we used that as a reference level, and voila, that was your break. That was your little range that we were trading in. Had a nice little fake breakout from the top of the channel. Came right back in, broke down, back test held, and then everything was over, and we called everybody in the market to get short at 1446 on the future. So that trade worked out pretty well yesterday, and again, worked out pretty well today. The same setup, downward channel going to the open. Trapped some longs that were trying to buy the breakout, sucked them in, washed them out, consolidated against this lower band down here from the morning channel, and we broke down. Another actionable short that we took this morning. And now we're using the same trend lines to watch to see how we're going to trade going into the afternoon. Here, so if I put the studies back on this chart here real quick. Okay, and I add all my drawings that I have back here that I took out. Get rid of some of this stuff right here. Clean this up a little bit. You can see that. All right, this is a 5-minute chart again, by the way. You can see that we try to get a breakout here over 1430, and we're still hanging around here, but we could have some trap longs above this little breakout if we fall below 1430, and then we hold below that level. If we can hold above 1430, well then look, we're going to maybe go back up towards this 1432, and maybe back up towards previous day's lows, which is around 1435. Okay, it is lunchtime right now. Today is a Jewish holiday, so we may, I'm pretty sure there's not some traders are missing from in front of their screens, and volume is supposed to be light today. So we'll see how it plays out. Some stocks that are on watch here this morning, some trades that we took, RHT, Red Hat. All right, I called Red Hat as a short against the 55 level. All right, we got involved to the short side at 54.95. Our stop was above 55.35. And we didn't get stopped out. As you can see, the high of this big bar. Actually, let me go to the 2-minute chart here. 1 day, 2-minute chart. Almost got stopped out. We didn't get stopped out. We got short right here at 54.95. We put our stop at 54.35. It hit a high of 54.30 before it reversed. And then we called it out for additional short addition off this bear flag, which you can see the bear flag much cleaner on the 5-minute chart. And if you guys are following us on Stock Twitch and on Twitter, I try to tweet the trades out, and I did tweet the RHT trade out before it broke down. So make sure you guys are following us on our social media networks, YouTube, Facebook, Stock Twits, and all the other good stuff. So that was a good trade, good for a point and some change there, $1.30 to the downside. That worked out very well. All right, and then another trade that we were watching was SNDK. SNDK semiconductors have been weak. SNDK was on our short watch, gave you a nice short against the 54.75 level. That's where we got short at once we recognized that it was having trouble breaking past the 42.75. Excuse me. So some traders caught this short move right here, 42.75 all the way down to 42. Nice 70-cent move right there. Some traders caught the red hat. I traded the red hat. I caught the red hat. That was pretty good. And Cena was another good trade that we had for the morning game plan. Cena was to short the 65, holding below 65, get short. That trade's working out, trying to get a bounce right there. Just off the idea too that the Chinese market was down. All the stocks in Asia were down, so therefore there was some weakness in those stocks. Baidu tried to buck the trend a little bit, and if the market does go up and you look for a strong stock, keep an eye on Baidu. Baidu shows some early morning relative strength, pulled back, and now you can see it's at this actionable trend line right here. All right, where you can see if we break above this little downward trend line from yesterday, from these inflection points from yesterday and then continue today, we could get a nice pop. So you want to make sure you watch this buy around this 112.50. Holding above 112.50 could definitely get it to go back up towards 113.50 if the market goes higher. So make sure you're watching the Baidu. What else here? JBL, another short idea we had in the chat room. JBL reported earnings based on where it was opening up on the daily chart. All right, against that key level, this 20 area was a good reference level. 20 was a reference level that we were working against, and the trade idea was to go short JBL if it held below 20, and that trade idea worked out as well. So a lot of good stuff taking place. Obviously, we're not going to be able to trade them all. That's why out of all the ideas, you have to try to kind of pick the one that works to your trading style, and that's what we're here to help you do. So make sure you check out the website, wallstreettrading.com, and if you want access to the chat room, go to mywallstreettv.com. Type in the password SMART, and you'll be all set, guys. So I hope you guys have a great trading day, and I'll catch you guys after the bell for the After the Bell market summary. Later.